guys. Good morning, noon, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Uh, Today I want to do a shiplap sign. I see I got them lined up with my square here. What I did was I took some Walmart paint and stir sticks, the 5-gallon stir stick, and just before I say anything else, these splinter really easy, so watch your fingers. I mean, you can see them there. They're splintered up. But I cut down to 8-inch strips, which you get 2 of them, 2 out of each stir stick. So obviously I did 3, I guess, because there's 6 laying here. I was going to say, how many did I cut down? Okay, so now I'm going to take some blues. This one looks a little greenish, but it's still cute. But I'm going to take some blues and I'm going to paint them each a different color in that blue. And then I have a little cross that I want to put on here with an inspirational quote. So I'm going to try to accomplish that so that all my blues stay together. I did my little crackle on this little cross. You can see I crackled the paint. This is I think $1 at Walmart for the little cross. So Walmart stir sticks. I got all my paint at Walmart. It's all apple barrel. This one's a little dark. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Admiral Blue, but I have Sky Blue, Blue Bonnet, and Summer Sky. So I also have the Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I guess I would say Caribbean. So since I have 5 paints and 6 boards, I'm going to have to figure out, maybe I'll take this dark blue and do it, to a couple of them and leave the greenish colored one out. But what I did was I cut these down on my scroll saw and then I sanded the edges. I took the corners off and I sanded these all. And I did get a couple splinters, just so you know. This is really soft wood, really soft. But I took this, I bought this at a flea market. It's 100 grit. If you're going to do sanding on the top side, you wouldn't use 100. You would use a 320 or like a 400. 220, if you're going to follow it up, maybe with 400. But since I only sanded the edges, it'll be fine. It won't show through my paint because it's going to be here at the ends. So anyways, so yeah, I did that. I did all that, and I'll make sure when I sanded over my garbage can, and I dusted off each piece of wood with my dust brush here. So you want to make sure you have a dust-free working center. So I'm going to put down a fresh piece of parchment paper to paint onto. That way I know there's no dust on it. So alright, so after I get it painted, I'll be back. I wanted to share this. I got these wipes. Oh, it was during the pandemic. It wasn't even close to being over. But they're actually hand wipes. So they had them marked down to, I think it was 89 cents at Rural King. And I picked up 4 bottles of them. Just, to keep in the car or down here, wherever it happened to be. And I didn't go through them very quickly, but once I started using them down here, look at how good this, it just takes the paint off of my fingers. And I don't have access to a faucet here in this room, or this basement here. So, these are just perfect. But I also use them, like some of the other crafting ladies I've watched, to lighten my stain or whatever after I'm done putting it on. Yeah, there's no hope for this paint in the fingernail syndrome I have. But anyway, these are awesome. So I went back to that store. I don't go there very often, but I went back to that store and seen them again, or saw them, whatever the proper way there. Seen and saw always get me. But anyway, I go over to grab some, and they were marked down to 39 cents. So I grabbed 4 more containers. But these are freaking awesome. What a deal. So that's it. Just wanted to say that. Okay, so my paint's all dried, and looks decent. Put your best foot forward here. So I have them the way I want them to be. I'm just kind of eyeballing my gap here, but this isn't set up yet because I'm thinking that I'm going to turn it to the back side of them. I'm thinking about how to connect them. I wanted to have the back side look professional, or at least nice. That's why I went ahead and painted both sides. However, I'm thinking about my wood glue. I don't have any clear wood glue. So the glue that I have is awesome glue. It just doesn't dry clear. So I don't know. Let me see if I can find my other wood glue. Okay, so I'm just going to flip these over and use, I found this Dollar Tree wood glue. It doesn't say it dries clear, so I'm going to flip these over to the back side of them. I don't, oh yeah, I accidentally painted this one the wrong color on the back side, so the back side became my front side because I painted it the wrong color. But anyway, so I'm going to use hot glue and try to keep it close to the back side, although I should use popsicle sticks and a staple gun. My husband took my staple gun to use and never brought it back, so yeah, it's still wet right there. Must have had excess. So anyway, paint sticks are not going to look good here. They're going to look terrible. So let me at least stain them. I'm going to stain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 popsicle sticks with my homemade stain. Basically a little black, some burnt umber, and lots of water. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, I'm just going to do 2 giant popsicle sticks, which I'm just about out of. And instead of painting them to the staining them, I'm just going to do them in the dark blue. That one likes to come out a little more. When I did my very first one, it came out so fast. I ended up painting both sides at the same time, which was not a big deal. This paint dries super fast. But it didn't turn out to be a big deal painting both sides at the same time, but you don't really need to paint the back side of this. But I just get so much extra paint. Anyway, paint the sides, paint the sides you're going to have out, because you're going to see it on both sides, I guess. If you look at the back side of the picture anyway, that's... These don't take very long to dry. So, I'm just going to paint them dark blue, then that way they don't just look plain. There. Do it again. There's so much paint comes out of there so fast. The other paints don't seem to do that, or at least they didn't do that. I forgot the end of the other one. So anyway, I'm just going to use these to hold my pictures together at some point. You know, it's just my pictures. So. Just mine. But, you know, I was just thinking, if I, you know, if someone says, hey, I like that, I want to buy that, when I boast about it on Facebook, at least then it, you know, it looks halfway professional. So, and my famous wipes here. Those things won't take too long to dry, so just leave the camera running for a minute. Not feeling too good today. Having a, I don't know what it is. My husband says he's all in a bad mood. So I said maybe it's just because we know vacation. We're going on vacation. Vacation actually starts on Saturday, but he's off work on Friday. We're gonna try to get a early good night's sleep, and then we're heading off down south to what I guess has been called by someone close to my husband there, that it's been called our hillbilly vacation, because we do this every year. I don't know why someone will refer to it that way. We're gonna have a good time. We go down and we like to go down to Cherokee, North Carolina, and Gatlinburg. We hit Gatlinburg every year, but the pandemic last year we didn't get to. Okay, so make sure that your boards are right where you want them to be, and then don't be chingy on the glue. I should have put a stick in there, but I did not. I didn't realize it. Make sure, you know, get it where you want it, and then push her down and hold her tight. Look how fast that paint dried. I get a little bit on my fingers, not bad at all. Anyway, hold her tight. Once you get the one down, you can relax a little bit. So, anyway, our so-called hillbilly vacation is much needed, especially for him. I mean, he goes to work every day. He never misses. He never calls in. He's such a hard worker, and they do appreciate him there. You know, they take good care of him. He does what he's supposed to do, and you know, he gets paid for it. they don't get a vacation. They don't get a paid vacation. They get time off due to the companies that they deliver to being shut down. So since the pandemic, and which started last year, so they used to get a full week. Everybody got the full week. Well, last year, these other companies decided, yeah, this is holding really well, really well. I don't think you have too much to worry about when it comes to hot glue. So anyway, here's the front side. But anyway, so the other companies that they deliver to, which is Fiberglass RVs, and I got it straight, but I got it upside down. Did I get it upside down? Yes. So, oh, I see what I did. I did it the opposite of how I wanted to do it, but it does not matter. It only matters to me. I wanted this one to be the one that jutted out, but I turned them backside and forgot to leave it the way I had it. So anyway, no, I did it the opposite. So which was normal. Anyway, so one company shut down 1 week, another company shut down another week. So last year they just got ripped out of their vacation. So I'm going to go ahead and put this cross on, and then I'm going to find a saying that I like, probably on the Cricut. Now I thought about doing it differently without the Cricut, but I'm not that steady with my hands right now, since they upped my gabapentin due to the neuralgia paresthetica that I'm suffering with in my legs right now, and so they upped that to 800 milligrams 3 times a day, and it leaves me a little shaky. I'm not going to say high. You know, someone told me all about how gabapentin's addictive. Yes, it is addictive. Your brain gets used to it. You have to be weaned off of it, but you don't take it for the high. You take it because it calms your nerves down from your brain. So you do have to wean off of any brain medication. So anyway, I'm a little shaky because of that. So I'm going to use the Cricut. Okay. Hey everyone. Again, it's been a while since I've been down here. I went on vacation. So, had a blast in Cherokee, North Carolina. We actually went to Maggie Valley, North Carolina, and it was just wonderful. Down there, we had such a good time. Okay, so what I did was I took a Bible, one that they sell these, a version of the Bible, and this is a New Testament. They sell these at the Dollar Tree, and I bought one to make ornaments with, and I just haven't done it yet. But I cut out a verse. It's Psalm 46, and it's not one specifically about Jesus, but anyway, instead of doing the Cricut, I decided I wanted to do this, so I'm going to Mod Podge this. I've not Mod Podged, this is like newspaper, so I've not done anything this thin yet. So I'm going to grab my water, and I'm going to be really careful with the water because it's so thin. I mean super, super thin. And while I was, or right before I left, I cleaned this table off. Got the old, what did I put down? Tablecloth. So when I first got this new workbench, I put tablecloth down. Oh, I'm going to protect this, and it just got all nasty. So I took the time to take everything off, get all the bad off, and now I just have my cutting mat down right now. Down here I have the ones you get from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they're silicone, I don't know what they're made of, but they're cutting boards. They're little thin cutting boards. I have those all the way down too, and I also use the wax paper, so my table is protected at all times. So let me grab my water and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to do the Mod Podge the way I normally do. This is the side up. It says Psalm 46. And I remember so many times saying Psalm. Not because I didn't know, just because it bothered my mom. Gosh, I remember doing that to her so bad. Anyway, so I'm going to be Mod Podging the whole thing. This is gloss. And I thought, you know, it'd make a good finish. I hope I'm doing the right thing. For starters, I'm going to, gosh, these brushes are so stiff. For starters, I'm going to, you know, just Mod Podge this area, get this down, and then I'm going to Mod Podge over the whole thing. So I got this back side up. I'm going to go ahead and put, I'm scared of it because it's newspaper. I've not done this before. So, get my Mod Podge down. I have a lot, but I'm going to do the whole thing. So, we'll get this down. Oops, don't make a mess, Terry. Don't make a mess, she says. And this is a big old mess. There's something in my Mod Podge. What are you? Get out of there. Evidently don't. There it goes. Okay, so there's that down. And now this is all eyeballing, so make sure it's fairly. Gosh darn it! What the heck is in there? I think it got stuck down in the crack, whatever it was. All right, here we go. I'm gonna spray this down a little bit. Not a lot. My water down. Try to be quick here. Spread the water out. And this is Mod Podge. And don't worry about your table. You can wipe it up. Water soluble. Alright, so like I said, I'm worried about this. I've never done it before. So I'm going to try to get this down without ripping it. Okay. Make it even down here. Oh my. Okay. Get your Mod Podge on it, and then don't mess with it because it will rip. Gosh darn it. Come on. Well, I say gosh darn it a lot. Would you please come out? There we go. Alright, get your Mod Podge on it. And then don't mess with the paper anymore. Just let it dry. I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole thing. Kind of smooth up around the edges here. And spread it out. Yeah, so I'm sorry about my breathing too. I know I can hear myself doing that, holding my breath and then breathing out. Really strong through my nose or my mouth. Anyway, I knew better than to do that, but I did it anyway. Doggone it. Probably rattled through that microphone. Sorry about that. Probably shook the camera. So anyway, we had a great vacation. I did find out that I can't walk the Gatlinburg Strip anymore due to my legs, my knees. Say the neuralgia paresthetica causes a burning sensation in my legs. It's also they're hypersensitive. So if I barely brush up against something, it feels like it cut me. Even though there's nothing there, it's not even scratched. I mean, it just feels like you just split it wide open. And it has a burning sensation all the time, which all I can picture is when you put a hot dog on the grill and it gets to the point where it starts to pop and starts to burn and splits open. That's the way I picture it. That's how my legs feel. They get worse at times. The more active I am, it seems to be less, less pain. Just try to get this excess out of here. But anyway, it's a very bad thing. I did get some news from Social Security. They accepted my disability claim. They approved it, I should say. And it's a bittersweet kind of thing, because now I know that I'm not going to be working for the rest of my life, which puts me in a, I don't know how to explain it. Like, yay, I don't have to worry about working with this condition or these conditions that I have. I mean, my spine is literally caving in on me. But another thing is, this is the rest of my life we're talking about. I'm not in my 30s or 40s. I'm in my 50s, and I should still be able to work. If I was in my 30s and I was disabled, I don't think I'd feel as bad. I don't know if that sounds weird. Okay, so I think that I got it pretty good. Then we'll let this dry. And I didn't roll on it. I'm hoping that bubble I see will just pop out of there. I didn't roll on it like I would a regular sheet of paper. And the reason is because this is so thin. I'm afraid of ripping it. And I shouldn't even be touching it right now, but I don't want big globs of Mod Podge on it. So all we can do now is just wait and see how this turns out. Of course, I'm going to go over it again and get the edges and whatnot. But I think for now, I think I should just leave it alone, but I just keep going and going. So, wait and see. So here it is. It's got 2 coats of Mod Podge on it. The Bible verse ended up with no blisters. So it did work. I'm really happy about that. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would greatly appreciate it. And please hit the like button, and thank you for watching.